Okay, a switch that just probes for everything. Okay, that's the aggressive scan. Every possible switch, you can call every possible switch with the Nmap. Okay, it will try to get for the particular service mostly. Okay, like for 53 TCP service, state is open, means the port is open, service is domain. Okay, first it will try to get the version of it. Okay, which version? Nothing is there. You see that? It's empty. Right? Nothing is there. It means this is not showing any information. Okay, it will look for DNS version bind request TCP. Okay, fingerprint strings are there. Okay, the script that is inbuilt in Nmap. Okay, it will execute that particular script. All the scripts available for domain, it will execute. HTTP, all the scripts available for HTTP in Nmap, it will run all of them, as you can see. Okay, same goes with any type of service, all the services over here. Okay, aggressive scan will go and run all the scripts that are available in Nmap scripting engine. Okay, there are scripts, okay, which will probe and get some more details. Okay, this is a vulnerability scanning tool also, not only the network mapper, not only the tool to find out the service, get the OS details and all. No, not only that, but vulnerability scanning is also done by this particular tool. Okay, as you can see over here, service and version detection, fingerprint each port. Okay, get further details that what that service is being used for. Okay, what is the version of that particular service? Okay, if there are any vulnerabilities, give it. Okay, provide the vulnerabilities also. Okay, what protocols are being used? We'll get to know about that, the application and the version of it. Okay, right now here version is not mentioned, but over here you can see the version, right? Microsoft IIS HTTPD 10.0, right? The version is available. OS type. Okay, you can see over here, OS type, aggressive OS guesses, Microsoft Windows Server 2016. How much? It's showing 98%. Okay, no exact matches for the host, test conditions not ideal. It will say that. Okay, but still it is showing that 98%. Okay, over here you can see 2016 and 2012, both. Okay, over here also you can see 2012 plus 2016. Okay, it means it detected which type of kernel is running on the machine, but not sure about the exact operating system, exact version of the operating system, because 2012 and 2016 both uses the same Microsoft kernel. Okay, it works on the kernel, not on the operating system level. Okay, it tried to find out the kernel which is running onto the machine. Got it? Then device type. Try to find out the device type also, that what type of device it is. Okay. Not all the network devices are PC, because we know that not all the network devices are PC. Firewalls are also there. Printers are also there. Routers are also there. Okay, webcams are also there. So this basically will try to find out which type of device it is. Okay. So this is basically Nmap for you guys. Okay. Then you have the Netstat and Ns Lookup. Yes, any confusion, any question?
And just a quick question. The Nmap is only for internal use on that machine, correct?
No,
No.
it can be
Okay.
used. It can be used anywhere. Like if you install Nmap on your machine, you can just see this is the target IP address. Okay, the internal IP address as you saw. I think that you asked the question because the internal IP address that you saw over here. Okay, you can put in your domain name over here, and you'll get every detail, whatever is available, what is visible. Okay, so you can use it for the external as well as internal both. No limits. Okay,
Gotcha. Thank you.
you're welcome. Okay, then there are two more tools, Netstat and Ns Lookup. Netstat basically shows the state of TCP and UDP ports on the local machine. Okay, the same command is used for both Windows as well as Linux. Okay, through the different options, obviously, the syntax. Just need to type netstat space hyphen a, for example. It will give you all the listening, all the open ports. Okay, all the open ports. In Windows machine, it will work. Okay, you type netstat space question mark or backslash help. It'll give you all the details about netstat command, that what are the different type of switches that we can use in order to find out what type of ports are in the listening state and what on what ports the connection have been established. Okay, in Windows as well as in Linux. Okay, then you have NS lookup in Windows and dig in Linux. Okay, it will query the records for a given domain using a particular DNS resolver. Okay, attacker can use these commands. Okay, attacker may test a network to find out if the DNS service is misconfigured, and a misconfigured DNS may allow the zone transfer. Okay, which will give the attacker a complete record of every host in the domain, revealing the huge amount of information about the way the network is configured. Okay, so nslookup in the dig command is to query the DNS server. Then there are other tools, other reconnaissance and the discovery tools. The harvester is there, the DNS-nm is there, the scanless is there, curl, nessus. Okay, the harvester, it's basically the open source intelligence tool. Okay, for a particular domain or the company type. Okay, it works by scanning the multiple public data sources to gather the email addresses, names, subdomains, IP addresses, URLs, and the relevant data. Like, how many of you have the LinkedIn account? LinkedIn account. Okay. On the LinkedIn account, have you mentioned that you work for AFC Technologies or ACF? Sorry. Yeah, you mentioned that. Okay, so this harvester, basically what the attacker will do in this particular case, attacker will look for LinkedIn first, okay, and look for your organization name, and then try to find out all the email IDs. Okay, so everyone from your organization who have the account on LinkedIn mentioning that they work for the specific organization, okay, will be listed. The email IDs of those candidates or those employees of that particular organization will be listed onto the terminal of the attacker. That is why most of the times you might have seen that someone working for a company named as confidential on LinkedIn, right? This is to avoid this, this is basically the countermeasure. Okay, to do not mention the name of the current company. Okay, mention over there that working as is your profile name. Okay, with confidential. Okay, so that the harvester tool, okay, will not be able to gather the email ID or the details about you according to the organization. Okay, related to the organization basically. Then DNS-NM is there. Okay, like you can use dig, you can use whois also to query the DNS records, the name records. Okay, will give you the DNS records, basically all the DNS information and the information that you can collect from whois. Okay, that who is the registrar. Okay, and all the DNS records, the name server records, the A record, the MX record, okay, the SOA record, and so on. Okay, the IP address record, the IP address v6 record, all those things will be listed by DNS-NM. Okay, then scanless is there. Okay, the port scanning is difficult to conceal from the detection system unless it is performed slowly and the results are gathered over the extended period. Okay, another option is to disguise the source of probes. Okay, and to end that, the scanless is a tool that uses the third-party sites. Okay, the sort of tool is useful for a defensive sense by scanning for ports and services that are open but should not be. Okay, curl is there. Okay, that is a command line client for performing the data transfer over many types of protocols. Okay, like if you want to submit the HTTP GET, POST, or PUT request as a part of web application vulnerability scanning, you can use curl. Okay, it supports many type of data transfer protocols like FTP, LDAP, POP3, SMB, SMTP, IMAP, all of them. Okay, then Nessus is there. Okay, Nessus is the automated vulnerability scanning tool. Okay, the best known commercial vulnerability scanner. Okay, it is available for on-prem. Okay, as a Nessus Professional. Okay, and on cloud as a Tenable Cloud. Okay, Tenable is the organization which have developed Nessus basically. Okay, the product is free to use for the home users. Okay, like if you want to use it, you can use it, the essential version of Nessus Essential. Okay, it will give you the liberty to scan around 16 IP addresses at the same time. Okay, at one time, it will give you the liberty to scan 16 IP addresses or 16 domain names or 16 URLs, whatever you can call it. 16 targets basically in one time. Okay, one by one, you can go for a number of targets. Okay, free of cost available. Okay. Then packet capturing and TCP dump. Okay, a packet and protocol analysis is another crucial security assessment and monitoring process. Okay, packet analysis refers to deep down frame by frame scrutiny of captured frames. Okay, and protocol analysis means using statistical tools to analyze a sequence of packets or packet trace over there. Okay, and now packets and protocol analysis depends on the sniffer tool to capture and decode the frames of data. Okay, network traffic can be captured from a host or from a network segment. Using a host means that only traffic directed at the host is captured, and capturing a network segment can be performed by a switch port analyzer. Okay, that is span port or mirror port. Okay, it's basically a network switch that is configured to copy frames passing over the designated source ports to a destination port, which packet sniffer is connected to. Okay, sniffing can also be performed over a network cable segment using a test access port, that is the TAP. Okay, means the device is inserted in the cabling to copy frames passing over it. Okay, and there are passive and active powered versions of it. Okay, now when it comes to the placement of the sensors, okay, typically the sniffers are placed inside a firewall or close to a server of particular importance. Okay, the idea is usually to identify the malicious traffic that has managed to get past the firewall. Okay, a single sniffer can generate an exceptionally large amount of data, so you cannot just put multiple sensors everywhere in the network without provisioning the resources to manage them properly. Okay, depending on the network size and the resources, or one or just a few sensors will be deployed to monitor key assets or the network paths. Okay, one tool is there named as TCP Dump. Okay, a command line packet capture utility for Linux. Okay, the basic syntax over here, as you can see on the screen, that is TCP dump space -I and ETH0. Okay, TCP dump is a command name, -I is the interface, and the name of the interface is ETH0. Okay, when you run this command, the interface it will listen to. Okay, listening mode is on. Okay, the utility will then display the captured packets until halted. Okay, you need to press manually Control C, then it'll be done. Okay, if you want to store them into a pcap file, so you can use -W option. Okay, to write to the pcap file. If you want to read from a pcap file, you can use -r option to read from a pcap file. And there are filters also you can use, like from host, net, port range, and all. Yeah, it's like this one, source host, this one, and destination port this, destination or destination port this. This is basically the filter. Okay. Now this particular command, okay, will filter and give you the result, give you the output, where the source IP will be 10.1.0.100 and the destination port either 53 or 80, both. Okay, that's basically the command line version.